Alexia and her husband Todd are divorcing, it kind of seems like maybe he blindsided her from her response. But let's get into all the nitty-gritty. She seems shocked that he has filed. I don't know if he blindsided her. I don't know what the situation is. We're going to get into it. But before we do that, I want to show you guys the receipts. Like we said 5 months ago, exposed the real reason Alexia and husband Todd's marriage might be doomed. So these are the receipts. We did a video on this 5 months ago where I broke down all of the reasons why I thought that they were going to break up. And 5 months later, he is filing for divorce. So, candy canes, we always predict this stuff. Okay, now this is according to Us Weekly. It says, the Real Housewives of Miami star Alexia's husband, Todd, has filed for divorce after nearly 3 years of marriage. Us Weekly confirmed that Todd submitted the paperwork on Thursday, April 11th in Florida. Alexia, 56, and Todd have not publicly addressed the split. Alexia and Todd tied the knot in 2021 after several years of dating. Alexia was previously married to Peter Rosello Sr., who was the subject of Netflix's Nose Candy Cowboys, The Kings of Miami, from 1992 to 1996. They share sons Peter and Frankie. She later moved on with Herman, and they were together from 2004 to 2015. He was found dead in 2016. The reality star previously discussed why her connection with Todd was different. After the 2 marriages that I've had, I was super jaded. I'd literally been married to 2 guys that had been liars. But when I met Todd around 5 years ago, I knew that he was going to be the one that I was going to be able to trust, Alexia said in a December 2021 episode. I honestly really want to be married to Todd for the rest of my life. He loves me and he loves my son, Frankie. Alexia and Todd eloped in St. Bart's that same month after they were forced to push back their nuptials due to the coronavirus. Their rescheduled date came with mix of emotions when Alexia's mother, Nancy, died on the same day. Alexia and Todd later celebrated their love with a lavish yacht party, which played out in season 5 of Real Housewives of Miami. Now, let's see. Oh, okay, here's some juice. Before Todd filed for divorce, Alexia co-stars questioned the state of her marriage during season 6, which aired from November 2023 to March of 2024. Alexia debunked various rumors about their finances, including that she doesn't share a checking account with Todd and that they pay for their apartment month to month at the reunion earlier this year. She brought her apartment's lease She brought her apartment's lease and her payment history to further prove her point that they were not in a bad place. Todd, meanwhile, appeared to take a backseat from on-screen scenes during season 6. The seasons prior, his relationship with Alexia's eldest son was a major storyline, as there was tension between Todd and Peter, largely over how Peter treated his brother, Frankie, following the effects of a near-fatal car crash. Okay. Now, Alexia is saying that she's shocked that Todd filed for divorce. So Alexia spoke out about husband Todd filing for divorce after nearly 3 years of marriage. I believe she said that on Instagram. She said, I am shocked and heartbroken that Todd has chosen to dissolve our marriage, she wrote via Instagram stories. I will take comfort in the fact that my friends and family will be by my side, supporting me during this difficult time. Girl. Alexia previously claimed that she was on great terms with Todd. No, you weren't, and we all saw it, and we all felt it. This is the thing. Y'all were not happy. Alexia, Todd, y'all were not happy. Okay, you weren't. You could cut the tension with a knife between the two of them. She seemed on edge and irritated by everything he said and did. He also felt irritated and on edge by everything she said and did. Like I said before, in the video that we did 5 months ago, because I called it. This is a video from 5 months ago. I think the real issue, I think finances are a issue as well, but I think the core issue is Alexia's unhealthy codependent relationship that she has with her sons. She is married to her sons. And I think Todd thought that he was marrying a wife and that he would be her husband, but it's very clear that her husbands are her children. And you guys, I don't mean that sexually, obviously, but her priorities, who she takes care of, who she defers to, is Peter and Frankie. And that's not going to fly when your husband wants to have a healthy relationship with you. He wants to set boundaries. He wants to create healthy relationship dynamics. And she was totally set in her ways with being the number one woman in her son's life and them being the number one men in her life. And so I think that really grated on him, and that wasn't going to work with him. And then I also think the finances, I'm not sure if maybe something maybe an investment or the market or whatever you want to call it, maybe something happened in his finances where she thought she was marrying all of this money, and sure, he had it, but then something happened where they had to leave their large apartment. She even seemed pissed. She was like, we don't own a home and I had to move to an apartment with you. So there was definitely some bitterness and resentment there. So that's a very toxic combination where you have a man who is in his healthy masculine, who wants to have a healthy dynamic relationship, and you have a woman who is in a codependent relationship with her male children. And then on top of that, you have financial stress. That is a toxic combination for a divorce, and I do think that Todd, I think it was very clear that he realized this is even a sicker situation than I thought, or maybe he thought he could change or would change. And Alexia is like, no, this is the dynamic and I like it. And then for Alexia, I think the more that Todd wanted her to have a healthier relationship with her children, I think the less she was attracted to him. The more that she resented him, the more that there was bitterness there, and the more that she just was less attracted to him. Because I think Alexia is attracted to dysfunction. Think about her first husband. There's a whole Netflix series about him being the nose candy cowboy, and he's been in jail for multiple offenses. Look it up. I'm not going to say everything on my channel, but look up what has been in jail for. It's disgusting and not pretty. Her second husband, he was leading a double life. It turned out he was, gay. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with being gay. That's not the issue. But the issue is lying to your wife, leading a double life, cheating on her, all of that. Of course, she can come to terms with who he really is and he can live his truth, but it has nothing really to do with that. Whether you're living a double life by sleeping with other men or you're living a double life by sleeping with other women, you're still leading a double life. You're still cheating on your wife. You're still lying to her. There's still a level of gaslight that goes into that. There's still a level of disrespect. I don't care who you're cheating with. It's still wrong and it still does a doozy on you. But I think Alexia, for whatever reason, is really attracted to that level of dysfunction. So when you find someone who is functioning, you actually don't like it. It's like when girls are like, I don't like a nice guy. He's too good to me. It's boring. And you're like, well, what? You want to I like a guy with an edge. That all of that comes from dysfunction and being attracted to dysfunction. So I think at the core, these are two very different people. So this breakup is not surprising to me. I think we pretty much all saw it coming. I think it's really sad, but I think Alexia will land on her feet. She always does. And I think that Todd probably needs to focus on his business and figure out why he's losing money and maybe is able to bounce back. But I don't think that this is shocking to anyone. And I think it's not just about finances. I also just think it's about fundamental compatibility. you know? So I think it's just fundamental compatibility where I also think that he started to the more he saw the dysfunction with her relationship with her children, the less attracted he was to her. And the more that she saw him wanting to create healthy boundaries and dynamics, the less attracted she was to him. Right? So I think that both of them lost attraction for each other. I think there was a lot of tension, a lot of fighting. In any scenes that they were in together, it was super, super tense. The fact that she says she's shocked, I don't believe her. I don't think that they've been happy for a while. She may be shocked that he actually went through with it, but I don't think that she's shocked that it's happening. Those are two different things. I'm shocked you actually got divorced, but I'm not shocked that you want to be divorced, right? So maybe those are two different things. So I think that this will be a lot to unpack. Hopefully, not hopefully in like a weird way, but I think we'll see it, with the next season of Real Housewives of Miami and how everything unfolds. So we'll see. We'll see. We know that bitter Betty, Adriana, is in the corner somewhere, super happy, which is kind of weird and sad. Like Adriana rubs me the wrong way now because I get it. She was pissed about, Alexia and Marisol coming for her boyfriend. Is he married? Is he not? Blah, blah, blah. But Alexia's deep-rooted jealousy and like just bitterness, it's too much. It gets to a point where it's just like, you were on the side of righteousness. They should not have come for your boyfriend. That got exposed. They were apologetic. They stopped. It gets to the point where it's like, you were on the side of right, but like you took it too far and you need to like let it go. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I land with that. So I want to know what you guys think. Are you like us and you saw this coming 5 months ago? Or are you shocked like Alexia is pretending to be? And do you think it's going to play out next season? Do you want it to play out next season? Put it down below and let me know what you guys think. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. So with that, let's move on to some Real Housewives of Beverly Hills news.